President Mahama, how are you preparing your young workforce for the future?
I think it's important to understand what government's role is in creating jobs. In Ghana, we started with a strong socialist model where the state, was responsible for almost everything, from brick and tile factories to shoe factories to sugar factories and everything. I think that role has changed, and now government is more a facilitator to kind of create the right environment for the private sector to blossom and create those jobs. And so government's responsibility, one, is to accelerate the economy. By natural acceleration of the economy, natural jobs will be created in the private sector. Government must create an enabling environment that makes it conducive for business, and in that environment, jobs will be created. But aside from that, there are some structural things we need to do.
Like what?
We're a colony of Britain, and grammar school education was very prized in the past, and so the longer your grammar in English, the more educated you were seen to be. That is changing with the kinds of investments we're seeing in Ghana. There's a lot of business being created in the construction industry, in mining, in oil and gas. And these sectors are looking for technicians, engineers, people with technical and professional vocational skills. And so how to align the educational system to stop producing so many graduates in courses that do not have very good job prospects at the end of the course, and aligning to creating more people that are requested by these particular sectors is one of the things that we need to look at. So creating a link between the educational system and industry is something that is important. We've started to promote technical and vocational education and training so that more young people are going into technical vocational education and training and improving their prospects for getting jobs. Apart from that, I launched a program called the Youth and Enterprise Support Initiative. And what we did was we advertised online across the country and said any young person who had a proposal, a business proposal or idea, should apply. We received in excess of 7,000 applications, and they took them through a process, training, looking at their proposals, helped them to develop those proposals into feasibility studies. And when they had developed the feasibility studies, we had a seed capital of 10 million Ghana cedis, which was disbursed to these young entrepreneurs. And some of them used it to buy tools and equipment to go into business. Others used it to finance their capital budgets to go into business. And it's been very successful. On International Youth Day, I paid a visit to some of these young people who had benefited from that seed fund. And you could see their businesses were expanding, they were more confident, and I think they were happy. What we've tried to do is to even out our spending on socio-economic infrastructure, and then to set a principle that if it's not in the budget, we're not going to pay. And so excessive demands by labor are not going to be listened to. Aside from that, what we've done is to agree with labor what the base pay increase for the next year would be, and we'll put it in the budget before we send it to Parliament. Once Parliament approves it, we abide by it. And so if you look at the latest figures, for the first time, the budget is being financed completely from government's tax revenues. We are doing zero central bank financing, and so the economy is more robust than it's been. The deficit has come from 11.8% in 2012 to currently 5.3%, and it's going lower still. Growth has picked up. We're expected to grow. It was 5.3%, it's been revised to 4.9, but I believe we'll grow above 5. And in 2017, we're expected to grow above 8. The prospects are bright. We've opened up new oil fields. We just attended the valve for the 10 field 2 months ago. And that is going to produce not only crude oil, but more importantly, gas, so that we can run the numerous power plants that we have. And so It's looking very good.
Okay. Thank you for that.